Now, from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go now, heading right on into our Monday evening. And it's been a busy day of North Texas weather around the area. Of course, really started off with a bang this morning. We had the heavy rain moving through just in time for the morning commute, the localized street flooding, and of course, all the issues that we ran into. Completely different story for the evening commute in the Metroplex. Things are drying out. And in fact, we've got a relatively comfortable but just humid evening on the way with temperatures from the 60s eventually into the upper 50s by 10 p.m. Still watching Freestone and Anderson County. Officially, a tornado watch continues down there until 7 p.m. We'll take a closer look at that coming up. But this is what we did this morning. These were your rainfall totals. I say this morning because in the Metroplex by about noon, we were basically done with the rain. But look at some of these impressive totals here. Again, Denton, nearly 2 inches of rain. Lancaster pushing over 1.5 inches. Even Arlington registering over 1.5 inches of rain. And even Grand Prairie pushing 1 inch of rain again from earlier this morning. So those were in the rain gauge official amounts. These are just radar samples from around the area. And again, you can see some 2. You can see some 3, you can see some 3+ inch amounts. So again, the bottom line is all of North Texas got another good drink of rain. But again, for any time of year, you start seeing 2, 3, 4 inch amounts. And again, in a short amount of time. And obviously, we ran into some real issues as we went through the day. So here it is. This is the ending edge, if you will, of the activity. Still down in Freestone and Anderson County. But again, you can see the activity here does continue to push off to the east. So really over the next hour or two, again, as we begin to head deeper into the evening, this will begin to clear North Texas. That tornado watch, I think, for us, our 2 counties and our coverage area will more than likely be dropped early. And then we'll basically be done with this. We'll be watching what we call the Pacific cold front coming in from the west. And that'll be a push of drier air eventually kind of overtaking the area as we go through the overnight period. You can see the parent storm system still spinning up across parts of the Central Plains. That continues to push off to the east, but behind it, what do you see? Not a lot. In fact, as we get closer to Thanksgiving, the weather pattern does remain relatively quiet, but the only at least deviation to that is going to be a storm trough. You see that there quickly digging out of Canada. That is going to push a cold front down into the area for tomorrow. It's not going to be a blast of super cold for us, but our temperatures will trend a little chillier heading into Thanksgiving. But again, the way it looks right now with a lot of bright sunshine, no real weather complications with that. And then by the following weekend, we will be watching this here. You can see this next Pacific storm coming in. And again, this will offer us another opportunity of rain, the way it looks by this upcoming Saturday. And then as we get into next week, there are some indications that there could be some pretty chilly air from Canada trying to come to the south. But the data doesn't agree. And truly at this point, it's just kind of too early to get kind of muddled down with some of those details. But again, several things we're going to be watching. I can tell you that, again, as we go forward in time. So at least through the rest of the evening, there is that opportunity of ending severe weather down across our southeastern counties. I mean, truly, we have not had any severe thunderstorm warnings in that direction. We only had one severe thunderstorm warning today, and that was in Denton County, again, around 5 a.m. Again, there could be an opportunity of some wind and hail if any of that activity over the next 1 to 2 hours does become severe. And again, obviously, with that tornado watch in effect down there, again, a brief, quick spin-up tornado, simply put, cannot be ruled out. There's the modeling, and you can see basically by 8:20 p.m. The activity pushing out of, North Texas, our coverage area, and then basically just pushing over into parts of the piney woods of East Texas there. Then going forward tonight, even as we go through tomorrow, what do you see? Not much. That is quieter weather building into the area. So 40s and 50s overnight. It will be a chillier start, again, out the door for your Tuesday. These are your ending rain chances fairly quickly as we go through the evening. This would be your Tuesday, again, with 60s, 70s. Again, we will have a frontal boundary moving through the area, so by late day, things cooling down. This would be a peak at your Wednesday, generally 50s behind that frontal boundary, but a lot of bright sunshine. That's the day before Thanksgiving. This would be your Thanksgiving, mid-upper 50s to right around 60. Again, a lot of bright sunshine, all of that, again, really looking good. So we're looking good heading into Thanksgiving, just a little bit cooler. There's that next opportunity of rain by the weekend I was talking about. We're going to try and chill temperatures down heading into next week.